BTS Jin's surprise visit to J-Hope's final concert, a heartfelt reunion that moved millions. The night was already special for armies around the world. J-Hope's final concert before fully enlisting in the military was meant to be a celebration of his artistry, a grand send-off filled with energy, nostalgia, and love. Fans had packed the stadium, their voices merging into an ocean of cheers, their light sticks creating a breathtaking galaxy of colors. Every performance was electrifying, every song carrying a deeper meaning as J-Hope poured his heart out on stage. But just when the concert seemed to be reaching its peak, something happened that no one had anticipated, an unexpected appearance that sent shockwaves through the entire venue. As the giant screen suddenly flickered, revealing a familiar figure, the entire stadium erupted in deafening screams. It was Jin. Dressed in his military uniform, Jin stood tall, his presence commanding yet deeply emotional. The roar of the crowd was deafening, but amidst the chaos, J-Hope froze on stage, his eyes widening in sheer disbelief. He hadn't expected this. No one had. Jin, who was currently serving in the military, had managed to secure a brief leave just to be there for his longtime friend and bandmate on this monumental night. The moment was surreal, almost dreamlike. Fans who had been recording the concert on their phones struggled to keep their hands steady as the reality of what was unfolding hit them all at once. The cameras zoomed in on J-Hope's face, capturing the raw, unfiltered emotion that washed over him. His lips parted slightly, his brows furrowed, and then, the unmistakable glisten of tears forming in his eyes. Jin stepped forward, his voice echoing through the speakers as he greeted the fans with his signature warmth. "I couldn't miss this, could I?" he said with a chuckle, his familiar laugh sending waves of nostalgia through the audience. The fans screamed even louder, their chants of, "Jin! Jin! Jin!" growing stronger with every second. J-Hope, still visibly shaken, turned away for a brief moment, trying to compose himself, but there was no hiding the overwhelming emotions surging through him. This was more than just a surprise, it was a testament to the unbreakable bond that BTS shared, a brotherhood that went beyond the stage, beyond music, beyond time itself. As Jin made his way closer to J-Hope, the two locked eyes, and for a split second, it felt as though the world had paused. There was an understanding between them, a silent exchange of words that didn't need to be spoken. And then, J-Hope did what any brother would. He ran toward Jin, wrapping him in the tightest hug imaginable. The stadium shook with the intensity of fans' cheers as the two stood there, embracing like they hadn't seen each other in years. It was a moment so pure, so filled with love, that even the security guards stationed near the stage couldn't hide their smiles. The fancams captured every angle of this emotional reunion, the way Jin patted J-Hope's back, the way J-Hope clung to him as if afraid that this moment would slip away too soon. The LED screens displayed their hug in real time, magnifying the depth of their connection to the tens of thousands in attendance. Armies watching from home flooded social media with posts, their timelines exploding with messages of joy, tears, and overwhelming gratitude. This wasn't just a concert anymore, it had transformed into something far more meaningful, an unspoken promise that no matter where life took them, BTS would always find their way back to each other. Jin took the mic again, his voice slightly shaky as he turned to address the fans. "I know how much this night means to all of you, and I know how much it means to Hobie." He turned to J-Hope, his expression softening. "I'm so proud of you." J-Hope wiped his eyes, letting out a small laugh as the audience chanted his name. He had always been the strong one, the pillar of positivity and boundless energy, but in that moment, he allowed himself to be vulnerable, to feel every ounce of love pouring in from all directions. Then came the part that no one saw coming. Jin wasn't just here to surprise J-Hope, he had prepared something special. As the lights dimmed, a familiar melody began to play, and the audience gasped in unison. It was Epiphany *, Jin's signature solo song, one that had resonated with millions, now held a new meaning in this moment. As the first few piano notes filled the air, Jin reached out and took J-Hope's hand, pulling him toward the center of the stage. The two stood side by side, and as Jin began to sing, J-Hope closed his eyes, allowing himself to be fully immersed in the moment. Tears streamed down fans' faces as they watched the two members share this deeply intimate performance. Jin's voice was as powerful as ever, carrying waves of emotion with every note. J-Hope, unable to contain his feelings, joined in, harmonizing beautifully as they sang together. The entire stadium became a chorus, with tens of thousands of voices uniting as one. This wasn't just a performance. It was a memory being etched into the hearts of everyone present, a moment that would be talked about for years to come. As the song came to an end, Jin turned to J-Hope, squeezing his hand one last time before pulling him into another embrace. "I'll be waiting for you," Jin whispered, his mic picking up the words just enough for the fans to hear. J-Hope nodded, his voice barely above a whisper as he responded, "I'll see you soon, hung." The concert resumed, but something had changed. The energy had shifted. Not in a sad way, but in a way that made everything feel even more profound. Every song that followed carried a deeper significance. Every moment on stage felt like a tribute to the unbreakable spirit of BTS. Fans waved their light sticks with renewed passion, their voices reaching heights they didn't even know were possible. By the time the concert reached its finale, J-Hope stood at the center of the stage, looking out at the sea of fans before him. He took a deep breath, as if trying to capture the moment in his heart forever. "This isn't goodbye," he said, his voice filled with certainty. "This is just another chapter. And I'll be back before you know it." As the final confetti rained down, Jin stood off to the side, watching with a proud smile. He had come to surprise his brother, but in doing so, he had given the fans something they would never forget. A reminder that BTS wasn't just a group, it was a family. And no matter where life took them, they would always find their way back home. The fancam footage of this night spread like wildfire, dominating trending topics worldwide. Clips of Jin and J-Hope's embrace, their duet, and their heartfelt words to each other flooded social media, leaving even non-fans moved to tears. News outlets covered the moment extensively, calling it one of the most emotional reunions in K-pop history. And as armies rewatched the footage, over and over again, they knew one thing for certain: this night wasn't just about J-Hope's concert. It was about love, loyalty, and a bond that not even time or distance could break.